dreams about a thought life on the balcony. Then they shrub together. I feel my lungs give up before I've even started living yet. هروح لمدينة جديدة مش قادرة أتنفس هنا. I don't know what's going on, but it's gonna get better. I don't know what's going on, but it's gonna get better.
I feel like I might give birth to something very beautiful.
Don't stop, get a drink, throw up in the kitchen sink. I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna feel. Don't stop, get a drink, throw up in the kitchen sink. I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna feel anything. Don't stop, get a drink, throw up in the kitchen sink. I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna feel anything. Ask me how I'm feeling, it's like I'm tongue-tied. Wish that I could let it out, but you know me, I'll keep it inside. I'm not living for the moment, I'm just living for the minute. Today's a good day as any to try and push past my limits. I'm not cooked, babe, I'm fried. Tonight is eeny, meeny, mine. Don't stop, get a drink, throw up in the kitchen sink. I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna feel anything. Don't stop, get a drink, throw up in the kitchen sink. I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna feel anything.
You're making it weird.
I don't feel anything.
T'es la meilleure chose qui m'est arrivée, mais aussi la pire chose qui m'est arrivée. Ce jour où je t'ai rencontré, j'aurais peut-être préféré que ce jour ne soit jamais arrivé. La pire des bénédictions, la plus belle des malédictions. De toi je devrais m'éloigner, mais comme dit le dicton, plutôt qu'être seul, mieux vaut être mal accompagné. Tu sais ce qu'on dit, sois près de tes amis les plus chers, mais aussi
encore plus près de tes adversaires.
mais ma meilleure ennemie c'est toi. Fuis-moi, le pire c'est toi et moi.
Et si tu cherches encore ma voix, oublie-moi. Le pire c'est toi et moi. Pourquoi ton prénom me blesse quand il se cache juste là dans l'espace? C'est quelle émotion, la haine ou la douceur? Quand j'entends ton prénom, je t'avais dit, ne regarde pas en arrière. Le passé qui te suit te fait la guerre.
Mais ma meilleure ennemie c'est toi. Fuis-moi, le pire c'est toi et moi. Mais ma meilleure ennemie c'est toi. Fuis-moi, le pire c'est toi et moi.
Homophobia makes no sense to me. Hasn't anyone ever seen TV? All the violence that you see involves a heavy dose of masculinity. I've never seen someone shoot up a mall, then make it home in time to watch RuPaul. I have no idea how this fear survives. I'm more afraid of straight guys. Heterophobic, heterophobic. I'm afraid of straight men hiding in my basement. Heterophobic, heterophobic. I'm afraid of straight men. Think we should sedate them. I'm talking about Trump, Biden, Joseph Stalin, Chairman Mao, and Bin Laden, Robert Durst, Jack the Ripper, Hannibal, as you for dinner, Putin, Jim Jones, Slender Man, Freddy Krueger, Genghis Khan, Jim Jones, Madoff, Gary, rich women. I prefer to keep away. Mr. Sauron and Voldemort getting off again, charges in court. I see this shit time and time again. That's why I'm afraid of straight men. I'm afraid of straight men. I'm afraid of straight men. Heterophobic, heterophobic. I'm afraid of straight men hiding in my basement. Heterophobic, heterophobic. I'm afraid of straight men. Think we should sedate them. Heterophobic, heterophobic. I'm afraid of straight men hiding in my basement. Heterophobic, heterophobic. I'm afraid of straight men. Think we should sedate them. Men should be men, ladies should be ladies. Life's only purpose is to make more babies. Life's only purpose is to make more people. Normal people, stay in your lane, people. Today I found out I'm an abomination. A man in a wig, an unholy mutation. It turns out that I am a horrible gobble. It's even written down here in the Bible. Go into hell in a little black dress. Go into hell with a pair of fake breasts. Go into hell because I deserve it for being so motherfucking gender perverted. So many
do you think you are?
Bitch, I'm him. ITBOYBBNO $sign. That's me. That's right. That's me. That's right. I am HRM, the Gen Z Eminem. That's me. That's right. That's me. That's right. That's me. Damn right. Baby, when it, boy, Jesus Christ, I bet on myself, I up my price. I kiss on the toe, I ain't got no type. 200K, got me jumping on stage. All white Benz, he be whipping mayonnaise. She looking at me, she wanna tight. Shawty got a boyfriend, get out my face. Hey, bitch, born on smoke it like endo. Free throw, never catch me in a friend zone. Catch real green cheese pesto. Eating her box like bento. Memento. Tech keep bustin' like Pepsi. Mentos fit all money, yeah, this ain't Kenzo. Hey, I'm the it boy, dick long, money long, yes, I'm him, you spot on. ITBOYBBNO $sign. That's me. That's right. That's me. That's right. I am HRM, the Gen Z Eminem. That's me. That's right. That's me. That's right. Bitch, I'm him. I'm that baby in the club looking for single lady. Let's go shopping, blow some cash, hop in my bubble gum Mercedes. She got curvature, I'm curving her, I'm flaky. Please don't hate me. Tiffany from Perth, she nice, she thunder, fuck me, AC/DC.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
ITBOYBBNO $sign. That's me. That's right. That's me. That's right. I am HRM, the Gen Z Eminem. That's me. That's right. That's me. That's right. Bitch, I'm him. That's me. That's right. Bitch, I'm him. That's me. That's right. Bitch, I'm him.
Well, hello. Hi. How is everyone doing today? Hope you're doing good. Cause I'm about to dump some trauma on us again. Mm, give me a sec, give me a sec. Brain. Okay. I'm summoning the brain to click things. Okay, so the last time, to summarize, our helicopter crashed. Um, that's the gist of it. So first time we ended on a plane crashing while trying to save us. Now the helicopter crashed while trying to save us. So yeah. Also, I really do not appreciate this loading screen intro thingy because it's very much. Wait, why is everything like not fitting as it should? What is going on here? Can you see like the edge here? I don't know. It's weird. Oh, you can't actually see it, it's just me. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, I don't like the flickering because I always think it's something with my graphic card, and I hate that. But yeah, time for more trauma. Apparently we have 51% complete, but I don't know if that's the story or if that's okay. That's fine, I guess. But yeah, I don't know if it's a story or like how many things we collected. So I'm not really confident in the schedule I made Because as far as I know, we might finish the game today. We might finish it in like 5 days. I don't know.
Quietly, Lara. Oh shit.
What do you mean? There's someone already out to get us? I'm pretty sure we like saved here. No? Okay, yeah, it did save after that. Okay. I'm not sure if we actually killed the priest. There's light there. I mean, there's light here as well. Wait, let me check where we're going. Okay. Well, we still... Yeah, we need to find a way out of the forest. Okay. This game gets a little confusing from time to time. There's something shining there. Okay, his GPS thingy. Okay, here's where the helicopter actually crashed. I'm trying to see if there's something to salvage here. I guess there's salvage.
Find anything? No, it's too damn dark. They could be anywhere. You sure they're here?
Maybe I should just climb a tree and wait this out. Great fucking wolves.
Hey, if you're hiding, come out. Show yourselves.
Yeah, because that's how it
Better
works.
to give up now before the dogs find you. Come out, come out.
No, these are too far away. I mean, I could hit. There's someone there as well. Could maybe like pick them up one by one. Oh shit. It seems like this one is safe enough to pick off, but maybe not. they're coming my way here. Ooh. Okay, hit it. Pull.
Ain't gonna find anyone up here.
If I shoot this one, there was a guy next to him. We're gonna alert. He moved. For fuck's sake.
Waste of time. Stay focused. Just keep moving.
Oh, there's two of them there.
Ain't gonna find anyone up here.
Fuck. Okay. Why did you crouch now? Like, I get the aim and then she crouches. I hate that. I guess I will have to move in closer. There's like a lot of them though. Oh. There's like 3 just over here. Oh.
Ain't gonna find anyone up here.
Okay.
Ain't gonna find anyone up here.
I'm like slowly panicking here. No, I'm stuck. Okay, I'm not stuck. I'm fine. There's at least 2 of them there. No, that's maybe too far. And there's one over there. And then on this side, I think I cleared pretty much everyone. Oh, there's someone there as well. Oh shit. Okay. That was one more. How far are you? Oh, pretty far, but not too far. Okay. Oh, it's just that's a message. That's a big one. Wait. Okay. So we have one more guy left, I think. If you notice, they're not reporting anything anymore. I was pretty sure there was one more, but she's acting like there's not. Okay, okay. Oh, we can even fast. Oh, we can't. Wait, we can? We can fast travel now. Interesting. Very interesting. No, it's okay. We're not gonna fast travel. Okay, let me read your message. A mate make it nearly impossible to cheat during games. Okay. Mm. I mean, I don't know. Some games depends what type of game it is. First of all,
Stormguard warriors, today we stand on the brink of a great change. The enemy fleet that sails our shores will be the last
I
ever
mean,
attempt an
yeah,
invasion
sure.
of our beloved Yamatai. The rage of our great Sun Queen will raise up a mighty storm, and we will ride forth upon the winds to destroy them. But when we emerge victorious, we will not stop. A new day will dawn as our Queen's light will reach across the ocean to touch all lands. While we of Yamatai bask in the warmth of her grace, those who oppose us will burn.
like it seems logical to have something to prevent cheating in like first person shooter. Where did they come from? There's 3 of them. No, 2? No, you don't. Ow. Ow, ow, there's fire. That's not great. Ow. Okay. Hopefully that's all of them. Ugh, the blood splatters. Okay, we need to exit through the cave. But let me just... Was it like that? Yeah, like that. Oh shit, okay. I guess they had their food there. By the way, why is that even like a question? I don't know what I picked up here. Oh, from the guys I killed. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why that's here. Oh, what was that? Something. There's... Ooh. Mushrooms. One out of 10 mushrooms collected. Yeah, I don't know how one would climb up here. Oh, maybe I do. Wait. Mm-hmm. I'm feeling pretty awesome right now. Oh. That was unnecessary, apparently. Oh, maybe it wasn't. How interesting. Well, I could do that, but also that is very interesting. I did not know that. That is actually pretty cool.
Extremely old. Dad had a similar one in his collection dating from 854 BC.
That is so pretty. I want a dagger like that. Oh, this one is in Shantytown somewhere. Okay. There's 2 more funeral fans that we missed. There's a bunch of undiscovered things. Ah, okay. See, now I know why this is here. So I can potentially just slide it down. Okay. Well, we can get back on our path, I guess. I'm not going for 100% here. That's maybe sometimes in private. Okay. That is really convenient, I must say.
Wolves.
the ones in the forest.
Oh.
Are they breeding them?
I'm putting them out of their misery, okay? They're obviously suffering in here. And also get some extra experience. You're the last one. I'm sorry. I do feel like I need more arrows now.
Need to get up there somehow.
I will. It's just like there was a lot of arrows there that we didn't pick up. There. Now we're full on arrows. And we just had to go a little bit back. Ouchie. Oh, give me a sec. Cramp. No, that's not what I wanted you to do. Okay, so if I do this now. No, that didn't work as intended. Although I think I have the good general idea. Woohoo. No, I was too late. But I think I'm getting it. It's okay, it's all good. There we go. Yeah. I don't think I was supposed to touch that. A singular put. Oh no, the second one is here. That's a lot of salvage just like out there for the taking. I feel like the game is trying to tell me something. Oh. Hello. I didn't even notice that. Very safe. That scared the shit out of me. Well, they're going outside, but I want to see what's there. Literally nothing. Okay. Well, I mean, not nothing, some bones and stuff, but yeah. Oh, we're back in Shantytown? Okay. The things are still burning there. Everything is burning everywhere. I mean, I did exit the forest through the cave.
You there, Lara?
Alex, I've been trying to reach you all morning.
We just got to the beach. Boat's in pretty bad shape.
Mm.
Without the right tools, we might have trouble getting it up and running. Could sure use your help down here.
See what you can do. I'm on my way.
Yeah,
Watch
give me a
yourself
sec.
out there.
I need some snacks, okay? Mm-hmm. This seems rather unsafe. It is very pretty though. Mm. Find a way down to the beach. Oh, there. Okay. Hmm. I mean, surely we have to go this way. We are full of arrows. This looks like it might be it. Mm-hmm.
Laura, are you there? Alex said that you're on your way down.
I should be there soon. I need to tell you something.
What's going on?
I don't think we can leave this island. Something is keeping us here. I have to go back to the monastery.
Are you sure?
Yes, Sam. I need you to keep this to yourself for now. I'm going to help Reyes fetch that boat, but then I'm taking it inland.
Laura, I don't know about this.
Just trust me. It's the only way.
All right. You be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! No! Now what?
Mm-hmm. Well. I guess I'm full on bullets here. Oh. You know, I don't really like this. I thought she can like grab here, but evidently not. Maybe she can get up somehow.
It's too quiet.
My thoughts exactly. It's way too quiet. Let me finish my biscuit and the second one is better. Okay. Okay, not great. Oh. You can try. Ow. I'm sorry, my boots. You chose wrong. Like, this was your choice. You made this choice. This is not really a good sniping tool. Come on. Oh no. That wasn't very smart of them. Ow.
Kill my brothers, now you die.
Okay. Where am I going? Up?
You piece of shit.
Okay.
Hold still.
Nope.
Stop shooting. Hold still.
Am I going that way or this way? Oh. Ow, ow. It's okay, Lara. You got this, girl. Okay, okay. No, 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 I missed. Oh, shit. Okay. I was too late there. Okay, okay, yes. I need to aim there. I just felt like it's a little too early. How very convenient, though. I mean, that's one way down, you know.
Something tells me the others found an easier way down.
What you mean? This was a fun way down.
Made it. Now, where are they?
That's a good question, isn't it? I don't know why I'm pulling that here. Maybe I'll have to, like, get some supplies and stuff. Oh yeah, you should definitely check my coffee. I have some sim stuff on it. Like sim stream packs. I just uploaded it earlier. That's why I was kind of late to stream, because it was taking a little longer than I was hoping it will take. So, yeah. Wait, you can't climb here with that? Oh, I guess you have to go round. It seems like a nice chill place. 2 out of 3 rifle parts found. Nice.
Damn, can't do that yet.
Mm-hmm. Hello there, Porky. You're probably for dinner. We have a skill point. Let's do... Don't collect our clothes. Seems like... Well, it sounds like they're trying to get something to work. Like a motor of some sort? Okay.
Sam, I'm here. Laura.
Alex will be sorry he missed out on this.
Yeah.
Where is Alex?
Heading over to the Endurance to grab some tools for Reyes.
Jonah, give the hoist a try.
This has got to be our best chance, right?
We've got to try.
I'm glad you decided to join us, Lara.
What can I do to help?
Help Jonah.
We'd be able to lift him more smoothly with some kind of block and tackle.
Right. I should be able to fashion one from some pulleys.
There might be some on that rigging we can use. I'll check it out.
Be careful, Laura.
I mean, honestly, can't be worse than this whole fucking island.
I'm gonna see if I can get this gun working.
Alright. I'll dismantle the setup and get the engine ready for the block and tackle.
Anything I can do?
Just stay out of the way.
Oh.
You think those things will still fire?
They need a bit of cleaning, but yeah, they'll work.
Hopefully we won't need to use them. Sam, be careful there.
Hey, Lara's not the only one who can... Shit!
Watch it, Sam!
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's alright. Just take it easy.
And don't touch anything.
Okay. I kind of feel bad for Sam. Okay.
Amazing. Portuguese. Looks to be early 18th century.
Not this, surely. Oh, that's probably.
Who the fuck up? Sounds like they got guns.
I don't know. Let me think.
Radio's been dead for hours. We're cut off, brother. What the hell are we gonna do?
God damn it! Shut up for a second. Let me think. Something's going on. You saw the smoke coming from the mountain.
Yeah? But that could mean anything.
Go in at nightfall.
Wait, you think that's a good idea? Maybe we should just wait. What the?
Okay. Two people that I don't know who the fuck they are, but they could be with the guys we're trying to avoid. So we're definitely going kill or be killed routes, I believe. We are full on everything. Nothing there. There is some things like this in particular that's very similar to old Tomb Raiders. So if I get over there, where do I go?
There it is.
There what is? I thought that was the rig, but no, that's just a part of the ship. What am I getting here? Am I going like down here? Well, not down here inside. I don't think so. She says there it is, and it seems like we have to go over here. But I don't believe that's true. Can she go like over here? No, she can't. Yeah, no, she has to go to that corner. Collect the block and tackle. Yeah, it is that. Oh, wait. I mean, it's not the white rope, but does this work? Not really. Does this work? Kinda. Well, I messed up. Oh, there's 3 of them? No, 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 Lara, don't go on top of that. Oh, fuck. Wait, that was on your face? I want to be stealthy. Like on those bird skills, but I have trouble being stealthy. Okay. She can't run faster. She looks exhausted too. Maybe some dinner will cheer her up. Also, I think there's a cave there. Yeah. It's a tomb.
Thanks.
What's wrong?
Alex should have been back by now. It's Dr. Whitman.
Of course, fucking Dr. Whitman.
Jonah, help!
I hate that guy.
How many are there?
I don't know.
Are you hurt?
Not going to see anyone.
Must have scared them off. Feel like I've run for miles.
And you've barely broken a sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Must be fitter than I thought.
You could have led them straight to us, like you did back at the palace.
What? That's not how it was, Laura. They caught me while you were getting Sam.
What the hell's this about?
They said it was the only way they'd let you and the others live. I tried to warn you.
We don't have time for this. Look, I don't know what the problem is between the two of you, and to tell you the truth, I don't much care.
I was only hoping.
Look, another word, and I swear to God, I'll start smashing that expensive dentistry of yours.
Stop. If we fight amongst ourselves, then we lose.
True.
Right. Which is why this is not happening, okay?
Yeah, it's not happening. Just next mistake
going after
makes, I
Alex.
shoot him in the
Where were
face.
the tools?
The engine room. Look, he can take care of himself, Laura.
Good. Then we'll be back soon.
Fucking prick. I hate him.
Laura, wait. Here, take this bow. I've been saving it for you ever since I found it. It's powerful. Can shoot an arrow into almost anything.
Thank you, Jonah.
Compound bow. Modify weapon. Recur bow to compound bow. Yes. Let's see if there's any upgrades for that bow. Fires napalm arrows. Spread a pool of fire on impact. Nice. Increase their arrow damage. I want to go with napalm arrows. I don't have a fire problem, okay? Fire and I are good buddies. Yeah. In game, anyway. We just need a little bit more salvage for the salvage for the string. The string upgrade.
The Endurance Beach on the other side of those cliffs. You can probably use that new bow to make your way there. Maybe on those rocks across from the dock.
Mm-hmm. But wait, there was a thing. There was a thing somewhere around here. Yes, there.
Got to find something stronger.
Okay. Missing some gear for that. Got it. We could always do that little cave thingy that I saw somewhere. Was it? No, it wasn't here. It was definitely up here. Like sort of hidden tomb. Oh, it's there. Ow. Wait, I know how this goes. No, oops. Yeah, no. You're telling me no? Oh, maybe that's not it. The tomb is somewhere more here. No, we passed it. Oh no, this is the tomb entrance. Okay. Never mind. I feel kinda dumb now. Okay, so we have to go over there. Which, yeah, we can get from here. Maybe. If we can get up to there. No, I don't think we can. I was kind of hoping to find more salvage before we go, actually. Crabs. Can we, like, eat crabs? I'm sorry, little crab. Oh my god, they're so cute. I feel bad. Kill Fifi the crab? No! Why'd you have to name it? I was just thinking dinner. No. Oh no. No, I feel bad. I can't even eat it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, I'm a terrible person. That's a lot of birds. Guys, oh my god. I'm a terrible person. I feel terrible. Holy shit. What's even... Wait, that's so shiny on the barrel? Oh, just a reflection. No, are they all gathering around Fifi? They're gonna scatter, right? You're all alive. Oh wait, I can eat Fifi the crab, okay. Hardly an achievement to kill Fifi. Oh my god. It should be like, shame on you. You killed Fifi the crab. How dare you? Like, so much food around the island and you kill Fifi? Okay, let me just find a little more salvage. I need just a little more somewhere. I'm sorry. I feel like they're guilt tripping me wherever I go. I see a crab. And they're like, we know what you did. The audacity. Just give me more salvage game. This will probably give me nightmares.
Damn, can't do that yet.
Really? Okay, interesting. Please tell me that's enough salvage. Yes. I can completely upgrade the bow now. more. Twisted bowstring increases arrow damage. Okay, it increases arrow damage, but does it increase what we can do here? Where was it again? Somewhere here. Here. No,
That
I need
won't work.
something else. Okay, but since this is strengthened now, I can easily do that. Reach the endurance wreck.
Okay, Reyes, I'm getting close to the endurance. What do you need exactly?
Alex, we were getting worried. I'm gonna need a breaker bar and the rest of my kit. I can't fix this boat without them.
All right, I'm on it.
Lara is heading your way. You should wait for her.
Lara? No, I got this. I'm heading in. Going radio silent.
Alex, what are you doing?
I mean, I could. No, I probably couldn't. I do wonder what's over here. Is there any, like... Is there any, like, parts over here? I mean, technically, I could just go from over there. Can I, like, wait. I could jump up there? No, I can't. Well, an attempt was made. Whoa.
This was used by scribes of the Chinese royal court. A small engraving indicates this was the possession of an imperial ambassador.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I had an itch. Now I got to scratch. Okay, so from my understanding, I don't think we have to go here, but maybe. Maybe yes, maybe from like there. I could certainly try swinging from here, but like maybe jumping from over here is possible? Yeah, maybe.
So what'd they say? What's going on up there?
Ow.
Damn, seriously? Who the hell is she? I don't know.
No! Fuck. Don't mind if I just wait. Oh yeah, there you are. Take my arrows. Oh no, wait. I don't know why I'm going up here. Like, I don't think I need to. Oh, or I do need to.
That should do it. What the hell are we gonna tell the enforcers? Don't worry about it. I need help!
No, you don't. You're good. I mean, like, it seems like we're good. Hi, Nico. How you doing?
Was this actually used as a headrest, or was it part of a larger statuary set? I'll research it if I ever get out of this place.
I do. I just didn't really have time. I did manage to get back home, though. She's so alert. Why is she so alert? I'm guessing this is the way into the tomb. I guess we can do that real quick before. Yes. Rife is upgraded. No, no. Although I'm not sure about Blue. She seems a little unhappy with the modifications going on. Not because of the mansion in general, but she was hoping for more vanilla experience. Personally, I don't mind, but yeah. I thought this is a way into a tomb. I didn't actually check them out.
Singed around the edges.
Hmm.
What happened to your owner?
Aww.
There's a name on the tag. Millie.
Where do you see a tag? Oh, there. Millie. Maybe like the other thing was a tomb entrance, and this is just where we have to go. Or not? It seems like we are on the right track, actually. Maybe. I'm not sure anymore. Oh yeah, okay, it's a tomb. Okay, we're 70% upgraded the thing. 78 for shotgun. 46 this. Frag grenades. Sharpnel upon detonation, incapacitation enemies. Incapacitating enemies in a wide blast radius. Ooh, scope. 250. Okay. Hopefully this tomb leaves us with enough scraps. And then we can upgrade the scope so I can snipe with the rifle.
This was part of the research facility. Were they sent here to investigate the storms?
Oh.
The power's still on. How is that possible?
Well, that doesn't look great.
Got to be a way across this water.
It's fine. We'll find a way across the water. Whoa. Like, this is all grand. But it would be grander if we could actually orientate it. Yeah, I see. Hmm. I'm feeling is that's great for when we have to exit. But here? Can I actually, like... Nope. Ow, okay.
Got to be a way across this water.
No, that was not nearly enough. Wait. Oh. Because I still need to burn the thing. Okay. Oopsie. Like, I know I can jump from out of there, but... No, I probably need to bring this even closer. Or maybe not. Let's see if I can. Like here. Yeah. Okay. Hey. It's interesting that the tombs are actually kind of harmless.
Got to be a way to make the water safe to cross.
I mean, yeah, the way is pulling this, but I don't have anything to tie it on. I could tie it to a railing. Or no, she couldn't. Because I have to go up there. Okay, yes. So...
Got to be a way to make the water safe to cross.
What if... Oh, oops. No. I keep accidentally wasting my arrows. Because if I do this, and then shoot into the lights, I have a split second to do that. No, that's not it. Maybe if I do that. No. Maybe if I do that. No. It seems even more scary. Like, it's something with the two things. Nope. Nope. I gotta admit, I'm dumb about this. Which tomb is that? Tomb of... Why isn't it telling me which tomb is this? We have a total of 2 tombs here. Okay, let me see. I'm glad to see that that is very Googled. Okay, let me see. Okay, this person is struggling a lot. Hopefully they have an answer for this. Oh. Oh, okay, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Okay, I got my answer. And my answer is the boat thingy. Okay. I feel way smarter about this than I should. I just didn't think about the boat thingy. The raft?
A storage room. Artifacts from an ancient tomb. What were they looking for?
I don't know. What were they looking for? I don't know. Oh, why am I going there? There's an easier way. Ow. And hopefully, I can now upgrade this with a scope. So now when I do this, no, that's not what I wanted to do. How do I do a scope? I mean, there was a scope before. Like that. Oh well. Let's go find Alex. That's who we're finding, right? Wait, what? Oh. There's a hole. Wait, did we come from the hole? Yeah, we probably did. Oh, I totally didn't have to do that. I could have crawled. Right? Oh, wait, what? Did I come here for no reason? I can't fucking jump there. It's like way too far, right? Oh, I can. Okay. Cool. Okay. Is this so I can like... I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not sure if that was clear or not. Oh well. It seems like there is more thing to pick up there. Maybe not. Maybe it was just this tiny salvage. I don't see endurance yet, so it must be like still further off. I like that there's multiple ways to climb back. I mean, that's probably where I have to go, but I'm going here because of the reasons. Because I want to know. Oh wait, that brings me back there. Well. Okay.
That won't work.
That definitely won't work. I was hoping I can... No. That will work. No. Come on. Okay.
The Sun Queen grows old. Soon she will choose her successor. I fear it will be me. I am now her favorite. She dotes on me, calls me her precious first daughter. Like a doll, she always keeps me close to her, brushing my hair, dressing me in her favorite clothes. It unsettles me beyond words, but more disturbing, she constantly gazes upon my features as if she's looking at her own reflection.
Yeah. That is a little creepy.
Damn, can't do that yet.
I guess we go in here. Oh.
Endurance. They're tearing it apart.
That's a big cannon. I don't see anyone, but let's just see.
That should do it. All right, try now. This is a waste of time. How many generators is this? What the hell are they using them for? Doesn't matter. They put in the orders, refill. No questions asked.
Get down here! We have an intruder!
I fucked up. Oh no, time to die indeed. I fucked that up so bad. I was supposed to go for a stealthy kill. That was anything but.
That should do it. Alright, try now. This is a waste of time. How many generators is this? What the hell are they using it for?
Doesn't matter. They put in the orders, we film. No questions asked.
But we already shipped up all those portables last week. Are they powering fucking stadium lights?
Should be quiet, brother. Don't talk like this.
Keep it steady. We're bringing it up.
What do you think's going on up at the palace? All that smoke rising over the mountain. If there was a problem, they'd call down. But what about the radio? Nothing but...
Help me out here. Get down here. We have an intruder.
No. Fuck. Okay, there might be more of them than I initially thought there was.
Keep it steady. We're bringing it up.
What do you think's going on up at the palace? All that smoke rising over the mountain. If there was a problem, they'd call down. But what about the radio? Nothing but static all night. Something's going on. Brother, I told you to be silent. Stop this talk.
Need backup. Get down here. We have an intruder.
Whoa. No. They noticed me. I didn't think they will notice.
Keep it steady. We're
Okay.
bringing it up.
What do you think's going on up at the
One.
All that smoke rising over the mountain. If there was a problem,
Two.
they'd call down. But what about the radio? Nothing but static all night. Something's going on. Brother, I told you to be silent. Stop this talk.
Get over here. Get down here. We have an intruder.
Why do you think it's an intruder? What do you mean? Oh. Wait, there's a guy like right here. No! Ah, I took out so many of them. How did they realize it was an intruder? What? What? Ow. Damn. It's kinda hot. No! Also kind of bullshit that it kind of saved here. just happened? No. I thought I was supposed to have napalm there. Also, guys, I thought I killed your priest person. Oh, okay, hello. Okay. Is that all of you? It seems so. Okay, okay. Oh, I'm actually full on grenades. Interesting.
Our coastal base has been attacked by unknown assailants. We suspect the Americans have arrived and are attempting to sabotage our operations. Communications have been disrupted across the island, and we've sustained heavy losses. Many of our soldiers have simply disappeared. All remaining personnel are proceeding to the ancient monastery to ensure control of the weather phenomenon. We expect to meet heavy resistance en route. Request reinforcements as soon as possible.
Okay, had to hydrate and stuff. Let's see. I did expend quite a few arrows. Okay. I think through here I can get up there.
Here she comes! Shoot the barrel! Burn her down!
How did they know? I mean, if the fire doesn't kill you, the headshot should. Oh wait, there's... I missed some salvage here. Oh no, that's not salvage. Oh, hello. Foreign snipers are just not enough. Try grenades. Oh. How am I full? Oh, I guess I picked it up from them.
What's going on? Who's shooting? Take cover. There's an intruder. Over there. She's on the second floor.
How did you even see me? Okay, never mind. You have like... Yeah, you're quite literally taking fire. Hello there. My, you're looking rather hot today. Oh! Did you? I don't think you lost me. You really got me though. Man, I love to watch them burn. Freaking psychopaths. Oh, more of you. Hello. Splendid. Lovely. Indeed. They tried. It was admirable indeed. There's more, apparently. Oh, hello there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's not really a lot of places to hide over here. Oh. Oh shit. okay. Take it easy, girl. She's just looting some salvage and stuff. Give me a sec. Okay, sorry about that. Sitting weird, cramps, you know the drill by now. Ah, my my leg is all tingling. Okay. Let's see what we can do about these guys. No! You can't tell me there's nothing I can do. Okay.
What's going on? Who's shooting? Take cover. There's an intruder.
No way. All the way over here? You're shitting me.
Over there. She's on the second floor. Trying to get around. Going. Take it from
I'm trying to get back, not into the fucking wall, Lara, please. If we have to do this all over again, let's at least do it correctly, you know? Misclick. Yeah, explode your own people. It's all good, it's chill. Okay, I'm full on everything. Okay, some arrows. We can take that. was too low. Okay. Oh, but did it count for the thing? Interesting.
Alex, what kind of trouble have you gotten yourself into?
I mean, maybe he didn't. You know? Maybe he's perfectly safe down there.
Lara's totally right. Something seriously fucked up is going on here. The natural phenomenon that causes the weather to go apeshit, a military research base, some kind of sun queen, and a crazy cult. I mean, if I didn't know better, I'd say this is a big put-on. TV cameras hidden in the trees. I mean, you know, I gotta admit, it's scaring the shit out of me. I keep cracking jokes to cover it up. Reyes looks ready to kick my ass. I think I need to do something useful before I completely lose it.
Poor guy.
I wish I could be more like Lara. She blows me away. Not only is she brilliant, but she's also an amazing ass kicker. Now, if she didn't notice me before, she sure as hell won't now. But maybe I can still do something to get her attention.
Okay, let me get these berries. It's not enough for experience, but it's a little towards the goals, you know. It's every little that counts.
The date reads May J6, which is 1873. One side is worn down, as if it was rubbed repeatedly. Maybe this was a soldier's good luck coin.
Maybe. I mean, I can just go down there, but also, why can I do this? No. The answer is I can't. I am too weak. Oh well. Okay, now we do the frag grenades. So I guess I do have to go this way. Okay. Oh, there's also something down here. Oh. There is actually nothing here. I've been bamboozled. What? Okay. This is so pretty. It's giving me Life is Strange vibes. The whole thing is actually. It's okay. Let's go find Alex.
Stable ship. Fine. You two, go restack that cargo for transport after you finish with that.
Whoa, that guy is massive. Whoa! No, that guy is massive. I was supposed to be stealthy.
Come here, little rat. I want to kill you.
Okay. Not great. Please don't.
That's nothing. Come here. Get this fucking thing out of my way. Hold still, and this will be quick. No! Stop moving! No!
No, I was so close. Oh, okay. Damn. Oh, rope ascender. Pull heavy objects wrapped in a rope with rope ascender. Okay. So that was the part I was missing. Those two guys just disappeared. I thought, well. Honestly, I have no idea what that did. But let's fucking go.
Back here again.
Mm-hmm.
So much has happened.
So much has happened indeed.
I suppose on some level, I have Lara to thank for this job. She's always believed in me. The academics at college dismissed filmmaking as nonsense. They just saw me as this ditzy American troublemaker with the camera. But you know what? Most people can use a little trouble in their lives. And deep down, I know Lara just wanted to cut loose sometimes. She just needed a little help unlocking her inner party girl. We had so many awesome adventures together. That insane backpacking trip through Bulgaria. I was always dragging her out to clubs. And the hiking trip on the south face of Kilimanjaro. All Lara wanted to do was explore ruins. But who knew we'd run into so many cute guys? Certainly not Lara. I have a feeling this expedition is going to be one for the books. Lara with her notebook, me with my camera, another crazy adventure.
You have no idea, Sam. Oh shit. How they miss so many shots? Well, I mean, obviously first off, sun in my eyes. It's really hard to aim. Like, visibility is not the greatest currently. Downfall of the good graphics.
Are you in here? Laura, I'm down here. Come on. Ah! God damn it, Al! Fuck!
Alex!
Laura, what are you doing here?
What's going on? Are you alright?
I'm pinned down in here. It doesn't look good.
No. Damn it, the door's blocked. Just hold on. I'm going to get you out of there.
Okay, just hurry.
Damn it. The track's blocked. If I could get up there somehow, I might be able to clear it.
Mm-hmm. How convenient. Well, that path is blocked.
Need a way up there.
Hmm. Yeah, that's not gonna really work, right? Yeah, definitely won't work. Because this doesn't want to lock. Oh, wait. No. Cause like, can I just pull it a little? Yeah, there is. I just don't know how to get to it. Yeah, it just goes all the way there.
No, that's the wrong position.
If I can just like make it go slower, you know? And I can't get over here as well. If I could lock it somehow. I'm sorry, Alex, just hold on a little longer. Just a little longer. I need to position this with this. How? I have no fucking clue. Because it always goes all the way here.
Need a way up there.
I have a way. This thing just like goes too much. Oh, wait, if I can, like, wait. How did I bring it over there first? Ow. Ow. That's... No, I jumped on it. Yes, that's how. Okay.
Sorry for dragging you into this mess. I don't know what I was thinking. Coming out here. Thought I could be the star of my own goddamn action movie. Doesn't always work out like that, huh? I'm in bad shape.
Okay, got it.
Great.
Alex! Alex! Oh God, I've got to get in there. Alex! I'll have you out of there soon.
All right. Now to clear the way.
Okay. See, there's a problem now. What if I just, like, jump on and no. No, it still keeps going all the way. Fuck. Oh, wait. No. Because if I go there... Oh, okay. He's still awake. Good. Okay. Ow. Now, pull that out. Out of the way.
You got the tools.
Finally, I impressed you.
Let's get you out of here.
God, God.
Oh, sorry.
Well, it looks like my dance career is over.
What are you doing? You'll kill us.
I'm not gonna make it out of here, Laura. Take the tools.
Not without you.
How often does a guy like me get to be a hero?
No, Lara, we have to save him.
The others are counting on us.
Don't go. Save him. We can save him. Oh, what happened? I thought I was supposed to jump. Maybe I was. I'm just not seeing where. Maybe just perhaps just straight. Oh, yeah. So many people died.
Anyone else die?
Alright. I don't think I harvested this guy, but oh well. No, 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 no. I thought she would grab for the rope, but I guess she wouldn't. Maybe if she just like... No. Why doesn't she just want to grab? That's kind of stupid. This is not like that far off. Like she just grabs here, but not there. I guess we have to go a long way around. No. Okay, this part is a little messy. Things happened. Okay.
Old logbooks.
Months of excavation has at last yielded new information concerning the weather patterns gripping this island. The tomb of an important general dating from the Kamakura period was discovered in our coastal dig site. This discovery is the missing piece of the puzzle. It will allow us to finally gain control of the storms.
Okay, interesting.
Ancient ruins in the old base. Control over the storms. I need answers.
I feel like all of you need answers, Lara. Okay.
This is a Tempo Suho. Hard to read the date, but Japan made thousands of these in the mid-1800s.
Mm-hmm. More scraps. Okay, nice. Easier way out, I guess.
The Portuguese minted these in the 16th century for their colony in Malacca, Malaysia. This must have come from one of the old galleon wrecks.
Hey, we completed one collection. Oh, Tracer, hi. You kinda scared me. How are you doing? Oh, well, this is interesting. Oh, up there. Okay, yes. Of course. Okay, let's master murder. Clever girl. It's a Jurassic Park reference. Because we mastered the killing first, I believe. I mean, I didn't have to go this way. I could have just taken the short way around. Which is now kind of pointless, but because I already started taking this way around, but yeah. No, wait, was it here? No, wait, I thought it was here. Oh no. I messed up. It was later on. Yes, hello, Dogo. How are you doing today? Are you expecting something? Hmm? It's okay, soon. In like, half an hour to an hour? Yeah? Okay.
Get your shit together. We head out at 10. That place is a fucking death trap. Yeah, maybe the perfect place for some escaped prisoners to hide out. If they went there, they're probably all dead.
Need backup. Down, down. I'm taking fire. The outsider is fighting back. No.
Okay. Got him. Okay. We discovered another campfire, which is good. Okay. Oh, we're cinematic here. Well, not anymore. Oh, okay, I want to go for the tomb first.
Laura!
When we heard the explosion, we thought...
Alex.
He was still on the ship.
Seems anyone caught with you has a pretty low survival rate.
Reyes,
Better keep your distance then.
let's just eat, okay? Those bastards went quiet, but it doesn't mean they're gonna stay that way. If I'm going to die in this place, I'm not gonna do it hungry.
Hmm.
Save a man's stomach, save his soul.
Finally, a little positivity. Once Reyes finishes the boat, we'll be back to civilization in no time. And what a tale we'll have to tell.
A tale? I hope I never hear Himiko's name again.
We could take the boat out at high tide.
No, we can't.
Don't start that bullshit again, Lara.
Lara isn't the only one who thinks we're trapped, Reyes.
Oh my god,
Matthias
it's a
may be
red.
insane, but he was certain about it. I saw it in his eyes.
He thinks resurrecting Himiko is the key to getting off this island.
God, it sounds crazy. This whole place is crazy.
These storms aren't natural. We have to face that.
She's right. When that storm hit the Endurance, I felt it. Something dark, something alive. This place is cursed.
Where are you going?
There are ruins beneath that old base in the cliffs. Something in there led them to believe they could
Hmm.
control the storms. I've got to find out what they discovered.
Once we're ready to leave, we're leaving. Whether you're back or not.
I won't leave without you.
I mean, she's being a little bitchy, you know. I can't talk to them, right? Yeah. Oh, I can
Sam's
talk to
been through
him.
so much. I'm just going to watch over her, you know. Make sure she gets some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck exploring that old base, Laura. I wish I could go with you. Who knows what secrets you'll uncover. Best if we don't talk now.
I hate this guy.
So, you have what you need?
Yeah, as soon as I get this part fixed, we'll just need to do some cleaning on the valves. You staying?
No. I'm going to check out that old base in the cliffs.
Well, you better go then. We aren't going to wait for you, Lara. I don't have time to talk. Gotta fix this damn thing.
Fine. I would watch over this guy because he still probably thinks she is a successor to Himiko.
I'm gonna keep watch here. Reyes is working on the engine, and the others are getting some rest.
Mm.
Are you going to stay up all night?
Whitman will take watch a bit later. You still don't trust him, do you?
No, and neither should you. Be careful while I'm gone. Keep a close eye on him.
I hope you find whatever you're looking for up there, Lara.
I hope so too. How did it go, Red? How did it go? Sorry you cut me in a moment. I hope you had a great time. A lot of fun. Nice. I'm glad. You deserve some fun. Well, I kind of went flying here.
This cave was once a place of worship.
Temple of Handmaidens.
If I'm going to get to the ritual chamber in that monastery, I need to fix that boat. I don't know how I'm going to convince the others to take it inland rather than off this island, but I have to find a way.
Reyes won't be easy. She wants to get back to her daughter, and she's in pain over Roth. We all are.
Of course she's in pain. I'm kinda unsure what I'm doing here.
What are they doing here?
Oh, never mind.
Some kind of fishery.
I'm unsure what I'm doing here. Okay, no, wait. Maybe I know what I'm doing here. Maybe. Let's see. Not too late. For maybe an hour still. I don't think that did anything. Maybe. Maybe this is a... Try this. Oh, you're starting in 30 minutes. Nice. And then go here. Oh. No, that was too early. Oh, fuck. I didn't want to jump in. I guess I did now. Oh, not too early. That was too late. Okay, okay. I see what I'm doing here now. How come you're streaming so much again? No, 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 I missed. I did have a good idea though. Like, I'm on point with the idea of what we're doing. Oh, how come you're streaming that much again? That was the question. Okay, so like that and fair, fair.
They must use this place to store food.
Okay, Temple of the Handmaiden completed. How are we with salvage? Can we upgrade something? Oh, we can have a silencer too. Okay, we're only 3 salvage away from that. I'm gonna wait for that. Then we can have a proper silent sniper rifle. I just need to figure out how to use the sniper actually. Okay. Yeah, okay, there's a bunch of things here that we kind of missed. Okay, we exit the tomb. We can take the GPS thingy and the notes here. This kind of helps a lot. Okay. Okay, was that? Oh, that's on top. Haha. Okay, and then under there's the document. Okay, sort of that level where we are. Oh, there it is, just like in front of our nose. It's really fun to see you stream that much.
But I'm hard on her for a reason. This big, expensive ship and all its people are heading into uncharted, dangerous waters based on her theories. Lara needs to understand the weight of that responsibility. I know it was your call, but sometimes I think you forget that she isn't actually your daughter. No one else could get away with steering the Endurance into the Dragon's Triangle without at least some hard evidence. So you tell me, what convinced you? She's smart, I'll give her that. And I admit the expedition has potential. But big ideas and grand plans will only get us so far. You know as well as I do, nothing like this ever goes according to plan. Lara's green. If the shit hits the fan and she screws up, someone's gonna get hurt. Maybe it'll all play out fine. But until we're sailing home safe and sound with a pile of riches, I'm not giving that girl any slack.
Oh. Well. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about Roth. He was like my father. I didn't want anything bad happening to him.
I feel something in this place.
Mm-hmm.
Something I haven't felt since I was a child. When my father would go insane with rage, I would hide with my brother, and he would tell me the tale of Pania of the Reef. I remember feeling the ocean calling to me. I wanted to escape, to give myself to the silent sea. And now, as I look at the reefs surrounding this beach, I feel that urge again. I see Pania's green seaweed hair woven among the wreckage. I feel her tears in the spray of the waves lashing upon the rocks. Lara is right. This island is cursed. There's a rage here that will never let us go. If the worst happens and I'm the last one standing, I will let Pania take me. I will swim away and join my brother in the waves.
Well, I have to go there anyway, so whoa, maybe not over here. Hmm? Okay, I'm gonna finish a little bit of this and 3 out of 3 both parts found. Oh my god, we can get another upgrade. Yes, this doggo and then I'll see. Wait. Sorry about that. I had to say it. Okay, here. We got the bow upgrade. Explosive arrows. Arrows are rigged with grenade tips to explode on impact. Dang. Okay, this is 650, 650. And the 3 here is 300. Okay, I will not upgrade that yet because I wanted the silencer on this thing. Do we have that work? Yeah, we do. Okay. Okay. Oh, RS. Right stick. So I guess if I do that. Oh, okay. That's not really that much of a sniper, but okay. They're on a deserted island. I will forgive them. Okay. Well. I don't think that went as planned. I forgot I have to press X there. We can enter the research base, but I first want to open this. Okay. Wait, is that the research base? Okay, we have to go over there. And so that's like a big door over there. Okay, we're full on arrows. Sand! Hello. It's going, it's going. We're surviving. It's very interesting how many things you can find on an island like this. No! Well, scratch the surviving. It's interesting. I know. You have to wait. Gogo. You have to wait a little bit longer. Wait, do I have something to pick up here? No, there was something there, but I didn't pick it up. Okay, well. Or maybe it's here. No, I don't see anything shiny. Oh well. So yes, we're surviving. Okay. So I have to go there. I like it. It's weird. It's weird, but I like it. It's not really like the classic Tomb Raider feels. Like, there is classic Tomb Raider feels on parts, but it's very survival horror, murder hobo thing. We're just killing a lot of people, like a lot. So, I don't know. Yes, survival hoarder murder hobo. Hi, Die.
Thank you, Day Soka Paradise, for keeping Seb hydrated.
How are you doing? By the way, I'll maybe need to bug you, Sand, on Friday after the session, probably, if you'll have time. And just returned from the gym. Nice. I hope you had a great time. Yes, Tracer. Hello. We love you too. Okay. Blue loves you depends on the day. Yeah, something for the bot. Yeah. Oh, your legs are mad. Yeah, it's always like so hard getting back into the thing. Yeah, I would ask Brota, but Brota specifically said, I am not touching what Sand made, so... Yeah. Like, he was like, I can help you, but I am not touching anything Sand-made. That's... yeah. It's not that it's cursed. It's just we specifically made it. And okay. So I'm pretty sure we made the part. Like I'm pretty sure we did things. But I can't seem to be able to find it. Like some of my actions got deleted. Or triggers, not actions, triggers. But I figured out how they got deleted. When I don't save stuff, and when my PC crashes. So if my bot is opened, it works. The lurk works. Yeah. Broto showed me how to recover stuff, and I couldn't. But then, like, I lost data, and then, I retraced what I did or what happened, and I restarted my PC because things were frozen, stuff. Anyway, while the bot was open. Thankfully, those were easy to recover, but that's probably what happened before. It's just that before I didn't open it for months, so I couldn't recall. So either that happened, or there's a second option that we never actually configured those two, which I think we did, but I'm not sure. A secret third option. Yeah. Also, let me just test out this brand new command I have. Let's see how they will work. It works. It works. There. Shoutouts to all the lovely people. Make sure to check out all of them because they're lovely. Yeah. I managed to squeeze in a lot of purple hearts. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try our survival murder hobo fantasy. Okay. I feel like we should, stumble upon enemies soon.
This island is more than I could have hoped for. These islanders are absolutely insane. Those poor people from the Endurance, so tragic, but honestly, it adds to the drama. Not only is this the mythical land of Yamatai, but the shipwrecks and the modern-day cultist. It warrants at least 2 documentaries, maybe even a series. Oh, Lord, this place is going to ignite the world's imagination, and I'm going to be right in the center of it all. Such a huge relief. All my chips were on this one number. I just need to be careful now. This situation could spin out of control on a dime. Once I have this Matthias fellow's ear, I can convince him that there's much to gain in cooperating. I mean, he can't honestly believe the things he preaches to these men, right? They're just lost and confused. I'll help to bring them all back to civilization. The sponsors are gonna line up for this exclusive. The story is huge.
I knew I want to shoot his face for a reason, okay? Like, so many people died and he stays alive. I hate it. Like, I killed so many people. I have practice now. I could easily take him out. Do it for the vine. Yeah. I should. Wow, so indirectly placed lines that I can grab on. I don't like this part though. Did you know that I'm like really afraid of heights, especially in games? Okay, I'm not actually afraid of heights in real life, just in games for some reason. And I have to do this. Oh God. No, 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 no. Oh God. I hate this. I mean, technically it would be worse in real life, okay? Like, technically it would. But alas. So, why can I climb on here? Because I know from experience that I can't really... Ooh. Sorry. I don't know why I'm afraid of heights in games. In real life, I'm just afraid of depths, but... I mean, that's not the only thing I'm afraid of, obviously. It's just from these things, I guess. They're in the same ballpark. I could jump there. Oh, there's just some salvage there, which I can grab like this. So, glad I didn't go that way.
What the hell are we doing here? It's fucking holy in that tomb.
Calm down. We got orders from the man. No one goes in or out.
They kill anything that sets foot in there.
You been listening to the OMS crew?
Yeah, they said some guys went in there on a salvage job and never came out.
They're fucking with you, brother. Those bozos like to make shit up. Don't believe any of them.
Okay, wait, are we seeing someone or... I don't know, she was crouching there. Oh, but one thing about this Tomb Raider specifically, it does leave a lot more room for errors. I have no fucking idea how we're gonna climb there. But here we go. Ah, okay. Yes, very convenient. Okay. This is honestly making me a little nauseous. But we have to try. Okay, okay. It's not that high, you know? It could be worse. Definitely could be worse. I'm guessing I can go down here. Probably. Discover the ancient tomb. Well, we discovered the ancient tomb. Okay. Okay. Another GPS cache. Is that how you say it? Cache? Caches? What? Oh. Okay, here. Oh, but I can't go over there. Okay, okay, I see. I thought you were supposed to, like, gently get down.
Look at all those bodies. Keep it down. The Oni are here. Yeah. You want them to find us? Just shut up. Keep your eyes open for the girl.
I think they're looking for me.
You hear something? I'll check it out.
Okay. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, no? Oh, that guy is long dead.
Soon after we discovered the tomb, they came. The Oni. First, the lights went out. Then the screaming started. Was it us or them? That horrible sound. It still rings in my head. They wore the armor of my ancestors. They cut us down with ancient blades. Gunfire, shouting, blood. We couldn't stop them. Everything turned to chaos. And then silence. They were gone. Why did they leave? Why didn't they kill us all? Captain Osaka is in command now. We are leaving the base, but not the island. We are heading inland, to the monastery. There's no other way. We must follow the Oni, all of us. If we can't control the star, we must destroy it. But I
Okay.
know we're all going to die.
I mean, we're all gonna die eventually, anyways. I guess he's not wrong. You're not happy with that, Tracer? Whoa. I don't know, I did not expect the water.
The tomb must be in the lower levels.
It must be. I kind of want to go, but... Oh, we can't go there yet. What happens if we press this button?
The elevator is jammed.
Of course it is.
That's where I need to go.
No, but we can't go without the elevator. I can't open any of these doors. Okay, interesting. Oh.
I'm on the right track. Just need to figure out a way to drop the elevator with more force.
Can I climb anywhere here? Oh, here. She looks properly panicked. Oh. I'm like staring right at it.
Command to operative. Stop. Trinity is concerned. Stop. Acquisition of star phenomenon unacceptable. Stop. Sabotage of access operation imperative. Stop.
Okay. Mysterious orders. Okay, I don't think we are getting higher than level 4.
Just need to loosen 3 more and that elevator will fall.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. God. No, 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 no. Okay, okay. Hmm. Okay. I'll figure this out. I guess bring it to level 3 first.
Got to pry those other parts loose.
Yeah, I get it. I did come from here, so. Oh, interesting. Wait, can I pull it from down there? Like this one specifically? No.
Two down, 2 to go.
Oh, no, no, no. That's not what I wanted to do. I clicked the wrong button, okay? It's dangerous to have multiple weapons in once. It's unsafe. It's very unsafe. Oh, okay, okay, I see. I see a thing. Okay, so if I call it up here. Oh, okay.
Got to blast my way out of here.
I can jump up here. Which is perfectly located over here.
Okay, just one more to go.
Yeah. Yeah, but then...
Got to blast my way out of here.
Let me see. Like if it was here, and then if I jump on the other side. No. Not like that. Oop, okay. Okay, okay. Wait, I think I see it. Or no, I don't. What if I click it to go down? And then I click it to go up. But I jump down on it. No. Fuck. I think I had the right idea. Okay. My idea was correct, I believe. There we go. Okay.
I think that did the trick.
I sure hope so. No problem, Dai. Of course I'd give you a shout out. You do such lovely streams. And take such good care of your little garden. Oh.
Hello? Hey, anyone there? Man, fuck this place. What the hell am I even doing here?
They're gonna hear the noise here. There's like one light. Okay, shoot it off.
What the hell?
Nothing.
Someone was here.
Shit.
Did you hear that? Stay here, I'll check it out.
Okay. Got him. Means I can open this safely now.
Were these gifts for the ancient rulers of Yamatai? Or was there some kind of battle here?
Okay. Oh, how am I supposed to get in there? Interesting. Oh, what, like this? Yeah, like that. Okay, interesting, interesting. there something in here? There is. Something I did not. Oh, okay. Research notes. Document in here. Okay.
All right, this is it.
Well, I guess we just go straight for it.
These figures. Warriors. They're in Himiko's tomb.
Mm-hmm.
Protected her. And is this you? Were you some kind of general? You committed seppuku. Why? It's beautiful. Still sharp.
I guess we have a katana now.
I have failed, my queen. The ritual was corrupted. The priestess knew only death could save her and took her own life. Now the first and last queen lives a half-life, a soul in a decaying body.
Oh.
Her rage became the storms and will not stop while her soul is tied to this earth. My storm guard are sworn to protect her. They must continue, but I cannot.
The soul is trapped in a decaying body. That's what's causing the storms.
Okay.
To stop the storms, we need to destroy the body in the ritual chamber. How the hell am I going to convince the others?
She's in the old tomb.
Shit! I've got to get out of here.
Okay, okay. There's no sound of the game? There should. Maybe it's just quiet. It's probably just quiet. Let me check just in case. Yeah, it's probably just quiet. I will up this. Hopefully it's not gonna be too much. Tell me if that's better. I'm thinking she will have to go around here somehow.
No!
Hey, that's very rude of you. Where did I tell you?
I can do that!
What? Where are they hitting me from?
Right up out of there!
Okay, somewhere over there. Guess they kill themselves so I don't have to her. From? Whoa! I didn't even see this guy. This is the last one. JB. JB not. I thought I showed someone over there, but... Yeah, we should probably, like, head out. Have so many tools now.
Lab! Where the hell are you? Oh no! What's happening? We're under attack! We need help! Damn it! No! I've got to get back there.
It's a killer. We're getting back there. We're getting back there fast. No. Okay, I wasn't close enough to this.
Oh shit. Fucking choice we have. Those outsiders hold up on the beach. Why aren't we going there? What?
Why do I keep missing? Maybe I should try...
Watch out! On the pier! Oh, shit! Fire!
They can't hold these pictures. Okay, I believe I can go here.
Jonah! Help! Where are you? All right, fuck. You done?
I can't look over there. It doesn't let me.
Reyes, you're hurt. Here,
Seriously, I thought that was it for me.
There's no sign of them.
What happened?
During the attack, Whitman took Sam and they disappeared.
He's taken her back to Matthias.
We should have listened. I should have listened.
So what's our next move?
The boat's fixed now. We should get help.
I bet they thought that too.
Look, you were right about Whitman,
You've
but...
seen the storms. They target any craft that comes near. There were scientists here during World War II, and they believed the storms were controlled by something in a ritual chamber near the monastery. Look, I don't have all the answers, but Sam being taken, I know it's linked. And if we try to leave here without understanding why, then we'll all die.
Yeah.
Just like the pilots. Just like Roth.
Look. Whatever's happening here, Lara deserves a shot.
We can't go back to their stronghold. It'd be suicide.
They won't take her there. They'll take her to the ritual chamber. We can use this inlet to get closer. Look, I know you want to get home to your daughter. Believe me, I do. But the fight's not over yet. I'm not asking you to believe, Reyes. I'm asking you to trust.
Okay. Let's get this thing in the water.
Wow. The asshole did the convincing for Lara.
Whenever you're ready to go, come aboard.
We're not ready to go yet. We shall save here. When I save, I mean campfire. Combat shotgun. Modify weapon from action shotgun to combat shotgun. Okay. Combat shotgun complete. Press Y while using the bow to finish stunned enemies with an arrow. Okay. Okay. And the shotgun now has shell mags. Not just this one actually. Oh, and that. However, what we want is explosive arrows, for which we need a little more scraps. But anyway, this is where we'll leave it for today. We're gonna continue more on Thursday. Yes. But for now, let me see who we can raid. I'm pretty sure I know who we can raid actually. Oh my god, I have so many things open. No. And we will raid Red. It's bias raid, totally. He's playing some Marvel Rivals, so go say hi to him. And to him and Lucky Lindard. Linderit. Oh my god, they can't spell. And yeah, go say hi to them. Spread the loves. Thank you so much for hanging around. I'll see you, on Thursday. With some more Sims and Tomb Raider. I'm taking a day off tomorrow to catch up on some stuff, but yeah. I'll see you then. Thank you guys for hanging around. Hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. And yeah. I'll see you all next time. Until then, stay excellent.